So I'm in a new location today because I am trying to avoid being around my kids because they will be noisy. We finished schoolwork for the day and I decided I wanted to try to film a podcast. So here I am, made myself a cup of tea. It's been one of those long school days that is a bit draining. All right, so I guess I'll start with what I'm wearing. This is not a new finished object. This is the Soldotna by Caitlin Hunter, and it is knit out of a fingering weight yarn instead of a DK weight, which I believe is what the pattern calls for. And I did skip, I went from ribbing straight to the colorwork section instead of doing the stockinette stitch underneath of it. And I like it like this rather than with that straight stockinette section. It just seemed to kind of come up on the neck more than I wanted on other people's. But I love how mine turned out, and fall is just around the corner, so I'm excited to wear it outside. It's a little warm to wear it outside today, but yeah, I wanted to put it on the podcast because it's pretty and it makes me excited for fall. Okay, what to talk about next? Let's see. I have my basket of goodies. I'll talk about a whip that I have not shown here before, actually. This is, all of my information I will put up right here. Gabie's Knit Goodies, most every place on social media, and on Etsy where I sell my yarn, and the knitting website, lovecrafts.com, and Ravelry for my few patterns that I have out there. Okay, this is my new whip. Not exact, sort of new to you guys. I cast it on not too long ago because I needed a mindless knit, and I was trying to find something to take to my beach trip. I ended up knitting a lot on my Habitation throw, but this is the other thing I knit on. I had a ton of Midnight Party left over from my socks that I knit my son. This is one of my colorways that's available in my shop. Primarily like a charcoal-y color, but then it has pops of other colors in it. And I had a little bit of the contrast color, so I put that on the very edge, and then in the socks it stripes, and so I wasn't sure how it would do in this hat. This is the Sockhead hat, which is a free pattern. I forget who it's by, but I will definitely put it up here on the screen, and then down below I will put it down there as well. Probably I'll try to link it to the pattern. Again, it's a free hat made for fingering weight yarn, and there's a couple of different versions, like just really in how big you want to make it, whether it's super slouchy or not. I think I made the like traditional size, like adult medium, and like I was saying, the socks kind of stripe, and I was interested to see how this would do on, a larger circumference, the yarn. And it definitely still stripes, but the stripes are just smaller, like thinner stripes, but it's very stripy. So it's kind of fun. So I'm not sure how much more I need to do before I start decreasing for the crown. I think it's a little bit longer. Actually, I think it's a good bit longer if I'm doing the slouchier version. I should show you this side without all the strings hanging off of it. I think it's looking cool, and it definitely satisfies that like easy mindless knit. So, and I'm not sure who this is for yet. I might give it to my son and it'll match his socks. See how it will look. I don't know. We'll see. It's either going to be for him or for one of my other kids. So that's the Sockhead hat, free pattern, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. Okay. That whip is done. Now, onto the beautiful Ghost Horses sweater. I'm about to lose some stitches. So I did a connector on my cable for this to make the cable longer. And so I've connected two cables together. These are Knit Picks needles. And you can see it's actually two different color cables too that I've connected together. It's working fairly well. It's not as smooth to like spin it around as I'm working because it has this little straight piece in there. That's the connector. I don't know how well you can see it, but the green cord is here and the maroon cord is here. And then here's the little metal connector. So it's not quite as smooth when I go to like pull the stitches around. But it makes it so it's a larger circumference, which is good. I was trying to get a better idea of what it looked like and how big it was. So, show it off first. I'm excited because I've split my sleeves. So I finished all of the color work there that's complicated. That's the word I'm looking for. I mean, none of it's super complicated, but especially those horses, which you can totally see. Excited about that. The horses definitely took concentration with the color work chart because it's not as intuitive in this section as like these smaller repeats. But they're super cute and I really like them. And I'm loving the colors. It's my own hand-dyed yarn. Got it tangled up in my basket. The Mexican hot chocolate with coffee with cream. There we go. And it's turning out great. Like I said, I just split for my sleeves not too long ago, and I have knit a good amount on the body already. I've made a couple of mistakes, like my pattern shifted over in one of these rows, but I decided not to pick back because it just didn't seem necessary. Like I think it's this one right here. It's not lined up, like they're supposed to be offset more than they are. I think they're only offset by like one row as opposed to, or column as opposed to, they're supposed to be like totally offset. Anyways, I don't think anybody would notice. So I'm not too concerned. This part is a little bit boring because it's the opposite of the horses in terms of complication. The only problem with that is sometimes you can get off or think you're doing the correct row and not. I did do that and had to pick back because I had totally done like 1-1 alternating when I was really supposed to be doing like a 1-3. So, yeah, not on the most exciting portion. However, it's super exciting and I've been pretty monogamous with it because I want to get it done before the weather changes so that I can wear it because it's just so fun. And my daughter starts horseback riding lessons again next week. So I'll try to, I'm sure I will bring this to knit on next week and I will try to take a picture of her on a horse and show it to you guys. What else was I going to say? I am knitting size 6. Which is definitely a few sizes up from my measurements. However, I wanted it big and flowy and relaxed and cozy. And the original pattern calls for it to be pretty fitted, like 1 or 2 inches of positive ease. And I wanted more like 10 inches of positive ease, maybe 14, something like that. So I went up and I think it'll work out just perfect. So super excited about that. I think I've said that word too many times when related to this sweater. But it's the first sweater I've made. Yeah, it's the first sweater I've made out of my own yarn. So you can understand my excitement. I've made lots of socks, but not a sweater. All right, what's next? I'm not sure I've actually worked on this much. The Habitation throw, I'm not sure I should even show it. Because I showed it to you last time when I did the porch knitting podcast. Sitting on my porch last week, so because it was pretty out in the morning. And I showed you guys this. So I won't really say much about it. I am thoroughly enjoying it because of all the changes with especially this section right here with the mohair and the strawberry kiwi and the pink mohair. That made me rather excited to work on this, and this was the main thing I did while I was at the beach. And I'm in the middle of a row, as you can see, and I think that it's about time to start reducing. I mean, it's not super big, but I think once I block it, it'll be decent size. And it's a throw, not a full-on blanket. And I also want to have it a good size to wear as like almost like a shawl. I don't know if other people have done that with their Habitation throws, but I think it would totally work. It's so cozy and squishy. I want to do that. So, yeah, not much to say about that. Habitation throw by Helen Stewart. I haven't worked on it much in the past week. I'm really trying to get in a routine, though, of doing podcasts every week so I can talk to you guys every week about what I'm doing. And as fall approaches, I am trying to get more routine. We're getting more routine with the kids with school, and all of their activities will have started next week. So I'm really hoping that I can actually get time to sit down and podcast. I might end up doing some more out and about knitting vlogs, like while I've taken her to horseback riding or something, instead of these sit down ones here at the house. So we'll see. I prefer to do ones at the house, but I'd rather talk to you guys about what I'm knitting than not do them at all. And if I continually postpone my videos, I end up just like postponing them a really long time, like never finding the time to do it. Yeah. And if I get a routine, then it's just kind of easier to continue doing it. So anyways, oh, I do have one more thing to show you. I will take it off. I have the, oh no, what are they called? I forget what the sock pattern's called. I have finished these socks. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I'm not 100% sure what it's called. I will put it right here. It's called this, and it's by this person, and it's available on Ravelry and possibly elsewhere, and it is free, which is nice. And this is the Just Peachy colorway sock set by me, Gabie's Knit Goodies. So it has little lace at the top, which is very cute, and it creates like this little, what is that called? Scalloped edge. It creates a scalloped edge, and then you go straight from that, and the pattern has it in just one color, but I liked the contrast. But you go straight from that into the heel flap and gusset, and you do a twisted rib on like the top of your foot. And it's just stocking it on the bottom. And then I did a contrast toe, just a basic toe. So it's very cute, and I really like it. And it's the first like little shorty sock I've knit for myself. So yeah, here, see if I can show you it on. This is always very difficult to do But it's a little shorty sock, and it's cute. I like it. Oh, there we go. I think that might be focusing on me instead of the sock. But there we go. I like it. And that's all done. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think I have anything else up here. The other thing I'm working on, I kind of put down for a few minutes. It's that felted slipper. I have gotten into this. I've been very monogamous with this sweater. So I haven't picked that up lately, but I'm almost done with the first one. So I'd like to finish that and test that out to see if I can felt that right. So yeah, I'm thinking about Christmas already in terms of my future and my dream knitting. And I'm thinking that I need to go ahead and start doing the Christmas knitting and Christmas planning. I am typically not a big proactive, think ahead, buy gifts or make gifts early type of person. But with knitting, it's hard to do a whole lot at the last minute. This is just not that fast of a process. So I'd like to start thinking about that and maybe making a list and start knitting some things for people. Because I know a lot of my family really does appreciate hand knits, especially out of if I have using my own yarn. So that makes it even more special for them because I knit it and I dyed it and all myself. So I might do some of that. I've kind of been dreaming about, I don't know why, but a rather complicated hat, like in terms of not color work, but cables and stuff. I remember the Hey Sister yarn company or the Hey Sister podcast. I don't know if you guys watched them. I don't think they have any podcasts up anymore. And I don't think they sell yarn anymore, but they were very cute sisters. And one of them designed a hat pattern that had a lot of cables and stuff in it, and it was pretty cool. And I'm thinking something like that in like a blush pink, which, a note on future yarn stuff for me, I just received some new yarn, or some more bare yarn to dye, and I just received a whole bunch of new colors. So I have a whole new colorway line, I guess you could say, coming out hopefully this fall in another month or so. I have not had a chance to like play around with it and dye some stuff up, but yeah, I've got like a blush pink in there, and I'm thinking some tonals more along that variety might be nice, but I also have some like kind of like aqua colors and some brighter colors, like cheerful colors, which will be fun too. So I have a good pink, like not just I have the like blush pink, which is kind of subtle, but then I kind of went the other way and I have like a hot pink that I think would be really fun to add to like a deep blue with like some pops of pink in it. So as you can tell, I've been dreaming of lots of things to do with yarn. Now I just need to dream up the time. So wish me luck. I'll talk to you guys next week, hopefully. Bye.